3D tool in Adobe Illustrator. How to use it, what it is, what we can do with it. Let's go and explore. Adobe Illustrator 3D tool does offer you powerful 3D capabilities. Let's imagine we've created a shape. Then from Effects menu, we can go to 3D. We can rotate a shape or any object on the artboard. We can play around with its angle. We can change its perspective angle. Let's make that 50%. As you can see, every time we make changes, in the preview option, once that's selected, we can see the changes that we're making. We've got the surface shading. We can add new light to it. We can change the color of the light and so on, okay? We can reverse it, change the intensity. The best way to master the 3D option is simply play around with the settings. So let's cancel out of that. Let's go to revolve. We can preview. That basically will revolve our object. And with any 3D editing, you can see each time we make changes, it will reflect accordingly, okay? So let's go to extrude and bevel, because I just want to show you this important function. So let's imagine we're working on 3D extrude and bevel. Let's select, let's put another light. Let's put it from the side of. Let's do something like this. Let's select map art. This feature may be ideal. Basically, we can add our own custom images, shapes, logos, or anything onto the 3D object. Now, how do we do that? You can see that Adobe Illustrator has created different surfaces for us to work with. Each time you make a selection, you'll see the color change here. So I'm working on this area, as in this surface of the 3D object. And now let's add something to it. As in, I've got a shape there. I can remove it, as in move it, resize it if I want. I can scale to fit, and that's powerful. But let's imagine I want to add something else to the side of this 3D object. Then all we need to do is select that, as in select that surface. Let's say 9. Let's select, that's 8. Let's try to add something there. That's not the surface. Let's select, that's the surface. Now the bow shape can be added there. I can remove the location of it. So that's your map art. So let's actually OK this. Now, you also have symbols library, and we've got pre-built 3D symbols. Anytime we're working with symbols, what you want is you want to break the link. So now that's a symbol you can actually work with. So depending on the version of Illustrator that you're using, the pre-built-in 3D symbols library may be ideal to work with. Now what I'm going to do is show you a trick here. Let's select window and let's grab our symbols. Now these symbols were available for our map art. But let's imagine you wanted to add your own. Let's grab the flare. And now I can actually grab and hold and put that into a symbol and name it. New symbol, let's say flare. Type is, let's say, graphic. Now that symbol will be available for me to work with on a 3D object. Let's do that. Let's go to map art. And here we'll have that flare. Okay? So you can create your own symbols. You can create your own brushes with Illustrator. Let's continue. Before I close up, let me show you a couple of tips and tricks. Let's imagine we wanted to have 3D text. Right, so let's work with text like so. That's a font. Let's make it bold. So let's clean up our layer panels here. Let's add new layers. Let's copy that one. I tend to do that. Now let's go to object. Okay, let's actually do 3D. Extrude and bevel. Okay, the black color doesn't look good. Let's select blue. Let's go to 3D. Now we're working on text, but we're working with 3D, as we can see. Let's select, okay, let's do front. Let's change the depth to be 30 points, so it's a bit thinner. Let's OK it. In a couple of mouse clicks, I've just used the text and made it look like 3D. Let's actually duplicate the layer. Let's now add some effects. Let's do some drop shadow. Let's change the drop shadow color to be a little bit more darker. We can change the position. Let's say 3 of y-axis, or let's say 12 on x-axis. So that's our drop shadow. Now let's duplicate the layer without actually moving the object. So now we've got two different layers here. One has drop shadow and the other one is just 3D. Let's put that below. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and I'm going to go to object, expand appearance. Now I've just expanded the appearance. What I can now do is select certain areas only. Let's actually cut that out. Control X on our keyboard, Control V. These are the shortcuts that are important. Now let's do something like this. With this here, let's add some gradients. Change the color of the gradient to be, let's say, green on that side, and let's change the white to be purple. Let's add another color. Let's make it something drastic, pink. Let's change the linear angle to be 45 degrees. Actually, that doesn't look that good. So let's change the colors to be a little bit more wiser, so to speak. Okay, so now let's put that on top of our 3D. Now that looks a little bit more different, a little bit more better. So 3D tool, as in the options available to you, can be useful depending on what it is that you want to create. As I've said, you can work with shapes, you can work with text, and quickly, easily create 3D effects. Before I close up, let me show you the perspective grid, because that's obviously related to 3D. On our toolbar, we've got the perspective grid tool. Let's press on it. Now you can see the perspective grid that you can work with according to the 3D that you're working with. Okay, so that's the grid. Say, okay, you know what? To make it a bit more 3D looking, let's rotate it to see. The gradients will be rasterized because that's how Illustrator works. Okay, you can say, okay, you know what? I have the grid here, so I can now perhaps change things around according to the grid. Now, once you have the grid on your artboard, if you want to hide it, simply go to Window, go to Perspective Grid, and select Hide Grid. You can show it. While working with the grid, you can actually change the guide points. Okay, so keep that in mind. So depending on what you're building, let's say you want to build a building using Illustrator, then this perspective grid can be the perfect assistance so that your 3D object looks more realistic. So this is how you play around and use the 3D tool in Adobe Illustrator. If you want to see more tutorials related to Illustrator or even Photoshop, simply subscribe to Rankia YouTube channel.